Can you remember the first time you saw a Francis Bacon painting?
I can remember seeing books, but I can't remember actually seeing a painting. I think there was one painting of, it looked like a kind of woman in a shower in the Leeds City Art Gallery that we used to look at. But I don't think it was particularly typical. But I think once I'd seen that, then we went and got all the books. So I think we kind of, the David Sylvester interviews and all that sort of stuff. We devoured those as kids.
So you kind of understood immediately that these were works which had a really visceral impact. They hit you straight.
Yeah, I think they work on every level, don't they? They work for kids and they work for grown-ups, and they work, they kind of, in a way they're like album cover stuff as well, aren't they? So, and also the ability, the way you can paint like that was just brilliant. It just meant anybody could do it, you don't have to go and, if you look at, I don't know, like a Rembrandt painting or something, you need a lot of work and a lot of practice to get to that point, whereas Bacon sort of kind of for me as kids, and me and my friends I had a lot of friends who wanted to be artists. We all thought, God, anyone can do it. It's brilliant.
So when you started at Goldsmiths making art, did you have Bacon in mind, or was it just that you were steeped in his ideas anyway?
I think by the time I'd got to Goldsmiths, we'd given up on the idea of Bacon, because I think I saw Bacon's paintings and then really loved them, thought they were brilliant, and then sort of everything I painted looked like a sad Bacon for quite a few years. And so I think that's probably what had a lot to do with me not going the painting route. So I started thinking differently, really, because I definitely remember for a few years painting second-rate Bacons.
But do you remember any conscious thought, I'll try and do something like what Bacon did, but in 3 dimensions? Was that in any way conscious?
Not at the time, I don't think. When we started off, but obviously it goes in there. There was a lot of more, with the fly piece that I did, there's a lot more minimalism, like Sol LeWitt or Judd, and a lot of kind of American minimalism was sort of influenced by then at that point. But I think underneath it, the sort of visceral, the feelings of that. Bacon were. Once you see a Bacon, they don't really go out of your mind.
And you have the same grandeur of vision.
I've always been when I was at school, I used to always draw quite bloodthirsty things with the teacher's red pen, and my mum always says I was morbid. Why can't you just draw flowers? Or paint flowers and all that kind of thing? But I was always sort of drawn to the darkness in some way.